So selling framework resources like templates and components is all the hype right now in the web design world. And a big part of this whole system is Polar. Polar is a billing and monetization platform for selling digital products, software and subscriptions, etc. Polar is useful when it comes to Framer to build product pages for your components and templates, and also for setting up checkout links. Polar is an amazing alternative to platforms like Gumroad and MS Squeezy with an amazing interface and top-of-the-line customer support. So upon the request of one of you good people, I'm going to tell you how you can sell Framer components on the Framer marketplace with Polar. Before we get into everything, I would like you to note two things. First of all, this video is centered around Framer components, but the same process will go for your other Framer resources as well, like templates, plugins, vectors, etc., etc. Also, in this video, we're only going to discuss Polar and how we can sell our Framer products with Polar. But if you want to dive deeper into components and learn more about them, how to build them, how to set them up, etc., you should check out this video that I've already uploaded. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the process is going to be all about working our way back from the checkout link. How? So I'm in the creator space right now that you can access as a Framer creator, basically the place where your templates, plugins, components, vectors, tutorials, etc. live. So when you click on new component, this option right over here, and you have all these fields which you have to fill in order to get your component on the Framer marketplace. Which if you want to learn more about, do check out the video that I mentioned earlier. I cover all of these fields in great detail in that video. But if you want to make your component on the Framer marketplace paid, then you click on this toggle and make it a paid component. You enter its price. And then you see this option, checkout link. You need to provide Framer with the checkout link for your component, which is the link that a potential buyer will be redirected to once they click on your component from the marketplace. So let's set up a checkout link for our component with Polar. So if you head over to polar.sh, you will find this website. Here you can explore more about the platform itself, read its documentation, contact support for whatever help you might need. Then you would need to sign up. Of course, just like you would sign up for any platform. Once you sign up, make an account, you might have to verify your identity, your store, stuff like that, which is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But once you do that, you will see this interface for a brand new account. Now you can tweak settings, account details from this option right over here and this option for customization, etc. And you can also contact support if you want to. But the interface is sleek, very nice, very straightforward. And the point of focus today is this tab, this one right over here, products. So the way that it goes is pretty simple. To create a checkout link for a product, you need to set up a product on Polar that you can sell through the checkout link. The product in our case today is a particular Framer component. So we'll head over to products, click this option, and here I have a few test products, but you can see on the left-hand side, the products tab has expanded. You see the catalog, which is all your products that you make on Polar. Then you have the checkout links option, which we will get to in a bit. Then you have additional options like discounts, benefits, meters, etc., which you can explore on your own, but we will talk benefits, which is important for Framer products. Now, what you want to do next is actually go to new product, click this option right over here, and then you will see this screen right over here. Now, Polar just added this create with AI option. So you can just click on it and describe what your product is and how you want to sell it, and basically Polar's AI model will set up your product itself. But I would encourage you to do it manually with some help from AI, which I'm going to tell you more about later, so that you at least know how the process goes and you can have full control of your product on Polar. So the example that I'm going to take for this video is a Framer component that I made a while ago, which is called floating pill navigation. Basically a very simple component inspired by Apple's navigation. It navigates in between tabs upon clicking, just like a smooth motion of the dark background behind the text, etc. There are customization options, as you can see on the right. I will actually put the remix link for this project down below if you want to check it out. And you will also be able to access it with the open project option on the top of this video if you are watching this video on the Framer Marketplace tutorial section. So yeah, getting back to the point, this is the component that we are going to set up as a product with Polar, and we're going to enter all the information about it in the product page, this one. So name, first of all, we got to write a name for this product. So you can just straight up write the name plus like a byline or some additional detail about your product, about your component. So I've named it Floating Pill Nav Apple Style Tab Navigation. Then you have to set up the pricing. So since it is a one-time purchase, there's something that your potential buyer is going to buy once and use it in their project, etc. You just set it to one-time purchase, right? And since the price that you're going to enter on the Framer Marketplace is going to be in dollars, you should write the fixed price in dollars here, right? So just write your price. Maybe let's say I'm selling this simple component for $8. So I'm going to write 8. And then this is the important bit right over here. Let me actually delete this option. Let me set it up from scratch for you. So benefit is something that your buyer gets after their purchase through the checkout link. In this case, the benefit has to be the component link itself, right? The Framer link that the customer can copy and paste it in their canvas in a Framer project and use the component as they would like. So you would go to the create benefit option and you would go to custom. And here you have to write a few details. So in description, you can just write component link, right? Type is custom, leave it as that. Then you have to write a private note. So this is important. In this note, you're gonna write the actual link and also guide the user on how they can use the component and or other stuff if you want. So what I would write here is a congratulations maybe, and then copy the following link and paste it on your canvas to access the component. Now, what link? So if you go to your component, go to the assets tab, look at your component, click these three dots, you will see this copy URL option. Okay, so you would click this. This is basically the link to access the component itself. You would take this link and just paste it here, right? If you are wondering how the user will see this, link or access this link, don't worry, I will show that to you in a bit. So let's create this benefit right now. Then you have the option to control how your customer can see the product itself. So if you set it to public, then it will be shown in your customer portal if they have a Polar account or if they can access their customer portal. And if you set it to private, they will only be able to access or see their purchase, their component via direct checkout link. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Then checkout page. Now here you will actually control how your checkout link looks, and you can even add a product image. Let's talk about the product image first, and then we will talk about description. You have to keep in mind two things. Firstly, is that your product image on Polar should not be more than 10 megabytes. And the image should also be in the 16:9 ratio. Now, a very easy way to set up your product image inside Framer itself goes like this. So you would head over to your design page and just draw a frame, right? So press F, drag this out, and you would draw a frame, right? And on the right-hand side, you can see you can specify the width and height of this frame. So you can literally set up the 16:9 ratio with this width and height. Let's say 640 by 360. So this is a 16:9 ratio. Let's lock this. Okay. And let's go to our assets panel again. Drag our component inside this frame. Let's center it somehow. Okay, right? And what you can literally do is click on this stack, and on the right hand side, you will see this export option. You can literally just export this up to like 4x if this is under 10 megabytes in PNG or JPEG, and then have it as your Polar product image. So I exported that frame, added it here, and you can add more images if for your product, if you have an elaborate component, a big template, stuff like that. Now, the description is the details about your product, about your Framer component. You can literally just copy the description that you would have entered in the component details field inside Framer, right? So here, whatever you write here about your component, you can just copy it and paste it here. but it has to be in markdown format for, the correct headings, bullet points, numbers, etc., etc. And as I mentioned earlier, that you can use AI here. The way to do that would be to basically go to ChatGPT, describe your component in detail, ask it to give the description of it in extreme detail or whatever, however you want it, in markdown format, right? Let me show you the description that I generated for this component with ChatGPT inside the Notion page. So this is a description for the component that ChatGPT gave me. It's very nice, it's very complete. And two important things here that I would like to highlight are, firstly, that you have to add a refund policy for your Framer product to your checkout page. This is one of the requirements. Otherwise, your Framer component, your Framer template or resource can be rejected from the Framer marketplace. And secondly, should add links for support so that if your customer has any problem with your component, with your Framer template, whatever, they can reach out to you easily. Oh, another thing is the preview option. So when you are setting up your component for the Framer marketplace, you have to add a preview URL, right? Basically a page that demos your component. This page is basically a website to access your component and see it live working. And that is set up simply when you make your component in your project, put it on a desktop breakpoint or whatever, and hit publish. When you hit publish, it becomes a real actual website. So you would add that URL to the option that I just showed you here. And I would also encourage you to take that link and put it on top of your product description. You can add it to a text like I have preview component here with the markdown format, or just add a simple link so that before reading anything, before purchasing, your customer can simply preview the component for themselves and see if they like it or not. So that's that. Let's put this description in Polar now. Okay, so I have entered the description here in markdown format, and that's basically it. You have created a product on Polar, your Framer component. Let me actually set this component to free just for the sake of this video so that I can actually buy the product and show you how your customer can access the component link, the benefit for this product. So let's create this product. So here you can see the product that we just made, right? It is a Framer component. Now the product is made. We have to set up a checkout link for it. Let's head over to checkout links. What you want to do is click on this plus icon right over here, and you would be prompted to make a new checkout link. The first thing you got to enter is the label. You can literally just name it the checkout link for your product. So floating pill nav Framer component checkout link. That's it. That's labeled products. Now here you've got to select the product for this checkout link. So I've selected that. You can add a success URL if you want to redirect the customer to somewhere else, but they should just see the benefit. So let's leave it as that. You can select a discount, return URL, etc., etc. You can allow discount codes, and you can even require billing address if you want that option. And again, add metadata as well. But it can be as simple as this. So let's create this link. And now you would see your checkout link in the sidebar here. You would see this checkout link icon. Click this link and checkout link will be copied. Now you can take this link, go to your creator space and add it right over here. So it was, let's say $8 here, and write it here. Let's actually see it in action. So I entered that copied checkout link in my browser, and I was directed to this checkout link right over here. It has your brand name, your store name on top, a very nice interface that shows you the description that you wrote. And on the right hand side, if it is paid, you would see billing information. But since I've set it to 0, I'm seeing only the email option because I want to show you how your customer can get the benefit. So I'm going to enter my email. And look, I entered my email and it shows me this page right over here. Let's actually test it. Let's copy this link. Okay, and let's paste this link right over here. Voila, you can see your component in your canvas. There you go. Now you know how to sell Framer resources with Polar. A pretty neat and straightforward process, right? So if you learned anything of value from this video, kindly like the video and subscribe or follow depending on the platform that you're watching this on if you want to see more of these videos. Check out other Framer related videos on this channel. There are a few tutorials and business related videos on this channel that you might benefit from as a Framer creator. If you have any feedback or thoughts to share, or even video requests, you can leave them down below in the comments or replies. And if you want to reach out to me personally, you can do that through my X account, the link from which I will put in the description down below if you're watching this video on YouTube. That's it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.